but they were underperforming a little bit. They weren't playing as well as we know they could. And then they just showed their stuff this week. They went, okay, this is a different pool. This is a harder pool. Let's just play it. And they beat Korea.
Yeah, it was a really interesting outcome. I think a lot of people started underestimating Brazil just because of their underperformance last week. But the performance this week, I think, was more unlike Brazil, which we used to see, right? It reminded you of Brazil from last year. Not quite there yet, but still, you know, it's Brazil. Don't underestimate them.
So who are we looking out for? What's your opinion on the players we need to keep an eye on?
On Norway, we've got some interest. I mean, obviously, we've got some players which everyone knows and loves, like True, for example. We also have GM and Yogspy, who both are just good reading players. They're probably gonna be performing pretty well on the hidden maps, especially if a certain map is open. And that's the black sheep of this one. I think that's gonna be interesting, or at least a contested pick by Norway, probably, and the free mode, if they go for it. But like, those are two players which I definitely keep my eye on, because this pool might be more on the rhythmically difficult side, rather than just sheer mechanical skill or just sheer speed or something like that. There's some elements of everything there, but I think it gravitates towards more rhythmically difficult and reading styles. And that's why Yogspy and Chien might be something to look forward to on Team Norway. Honda is a good TT player, he's solid all around, but Russia has, I think, the most key players here, which will make a huge difference. Like Red Pixel has been playing since ages, has always been performing well, Fallon as well. He's always there to support his team. He might sometimes not be the star player, but he's just really good and keeps on getting his score out. Talala, really old player as well. I think he's a little bit washed up. What's your opinion on that, Ballyman, on Talala?
Last time I played against him in a tournament, he was just FCing everything. There was no map in the pool that he wasn't either getting a great combo on or full comboing. And it depends on how much he's derusted since then, because he took an extended break, to my knowledge.
Yeah, so a similar situation as Mouse Easy, I believe.
But I suppose not as derusted as he could be. Maybe Mouse Easy just...
Then again, he has the highest combo on this really spicy map, by the way. I love this one.
Good map.
You know, it's a really cool map and song, but it feels like... You know, if you just listen to it, the build-up is so long, it's as if the map itself is getting blue balls because of the long build-up it's getting right now.
Yeah.
Like, it just never gets to it. I think it's like 3 minutes of build-up, and then it's actually, you know, it's like, oh yeah, let's get hype.
That's the way it goes with drops sometimes, though. You're just waiting for the drop to hit. You wait for the drop to hit, and then when it finally hits, you think, well, what was all that for?
And the song's already over. What's up with that?
Oh wow. That was underwhelming. Yeah, Fallon on Russia as well. Common name in tournaments.
Yeah.
See him everywhere. You said it last week, say it again. You see the Russians in every tournament entering as a team. It's always the same sort of lineup. So you kind of know how they're going to perform before you come into a WC, and you say, well, they played this and they did well here, and they didn't do well here, and they played this but they actually did well here, and so on and so forth. You know how well the players play, what they choose to play.
Yeah, there are some small changes though. There are some small changes. Because, for example, players like Shiavase are missing. Or maybe he renamed himself and I don't know about that, but I think he's not there this year around. which was a player I've been seeing a lot in community tournaments as a Russian player, and in the past few overseas.
So is that a testament to how good their players actually are?
Well, they are in a lot of LDWCs and always get far, so that's at least one testament that they're pretty good. Shiawase missing, I feel like Shiawase was one of the holy trinity of Fallen, Red Pixel and Shiawase, because those three played every single map. They were like there for every single map. Until over the years they got more people in there. Then there were some hard rock one tricks which, you know, picked hard rock on a free mod which is circle size 5, because why not? and get one of the best scores on it, like why not? Like Russia's a really weird team sometimes. But they're always scary.
Always. No matter how you feel, or no matter how you think they're gonna play coming into a map. Any map, they could they could do anything.
And Tala definitely is doing something right now.
Yeah, he's feeling it again.
Yeah, low accuracy is a little bit across the board, but that's because the map just is pretty disgustingly hard.
6.5 stars?
On constant stream spacing changes, on space streams, on stream jumps, on just long streams in general, death streams almost.
Actually getting beaten in combo by Red Pixel.
Ooh. Yeah, gotta highlight that one.
It's the typical joke, isn't it, against Norway? The AR8 gets banned when the pool is showcased.
Yeah, it's in essence you only watch the showcase. Well, playing against Norway, I think, is probably one of the easier teams to play against, mostly because you know what to ban.
You know exactly what you're going to ban.
It just makes strategy so much more easier. Like, back in the day it was just GN who's really good at reading, where you say, okay, can we outperform GN alone? And sometimes the answer is yes, because you might have 2 or 3 reading players which are decent at it, but they're good enough to see it. And then there's GN who's... GN is gonna do GN things, right?
GN SSs.
But it's our team game, so in essence GN will not be able to 1v4 carry. But now, if you just look at Norway now, like they keep getting more reading players. It's like getting GN light. And you're like, yeah, I don't think we want to do this. I don't think we want to keep these Approach with 8 maps open.
Oh, good old Jesse pick. Good old Jesse mapping.
Oh man.
You never come across Jesse mapping, you're in for a treat.
Yeah, obviously GN is coming in for this one. Like when you think of stupid maps, you think of Jesse maps.
Yeah, I'd agree with that.
And who plays stupid maps? Who do you think of when someone plays interesting, just balls to the walls, really completely different maps than you can see in the ranked section? Well, GN is your guy.
Boo, Afro and Kevzy going hard rock. Boo.
It's fine, they will see the light.
Although, could this be a warm-up for CS 6.5?
That's a very specific warm-up it's a warm-up for stupid Jesse maps, I believe. But we have none of those in the pool, so I think they're just trying.
I mean, Hollowey's 6.5 map, it can be difficult to aim.
Right, yeah. Yeah, but I'm not sure if you see that kind of slide in the Hollows map, right?
Yeah, I'll concede that one. I think you might be right. So what will these teams pick then? There's a definite Russia are going to pick DT. They're very, very strong on DT.
Yeah, the first picks are gonna be the most clear, especially when you have such a team like Norway. Norway has 2 clear picks for them to go for.
Well, they have 3, but one of them's banned.
Yeah. They pretty much have 2 picks to really go for. After that, they have to branch out. And the branching out aspect is gonna make or break this match. And I think Russia's just a more solid lineup on most of these maps compared to Norway.
But we have seen Norway, they've proved that they can win against higher tier teams.
Well, so far, who did they really win against? They won against Denmark, which got 6-1 or 6-2 by Germany in the losers bracket. They lost against Japan 6-1 in the next stage after winning against Denmark. And now they're gonna have to try their best. So they did try their best, at least in group stage. But I'd have to get the stats up to see how well they did in the group stage and against who they played against in group stage.
I'm sorry, I'm just mesmerized. GN.
I mean, you just need GN on your team to win this one, right? While I said they have a solid format lineup, you are pretty much at a disadvantage if you don't have GN on your team.
He's taken no fail and he still has the highest score in the lobby. GN.
What is this map, Jesse? Look, I knew Jesse maps are stupid, but I didn't know this
one. GN just full combo that? What? I'm sorry.
That's just showing off. That's walking in and saying, "Alright boys, I'm here. What do you need me for? Everything? Alright. Can do."
Oh, I'm pretty sure Ding is getting banned. Just saying. I'm saying Ding is getting banned outright.
Yeah,
think about it.
Yeah, you know what to ban against Norway a week before you play them. Unless Norway throw a curveball and ban it themselves. Oh, that would be...
Yeah, that's like cycling and then pulling your stick right in between the wheels.
That's shooting yourself in the foot and then stabbing yourself in the foot in the bullet hole. And then pouring lemon juice into the wound.
Yeah, that's not very clever. You can do it, you can go for it if you want to, if you truly want to, but it is not recommended. At least by us in the commentator section right now. People might tell you otherwise.
One ban each.
I'm expecting a Ding ban. Or maybe the Kanojo
immediate
Goichiban map. But probably Ding. But for Norway's side, what do you think they're gonna ban?
I think it would be something DT.
Yeah, DT seems like a solid ban, I'd say. Definitely worthy.
I don't think Mirage Coordinator is... Yeah, instant. Straight away.
That's a Ding ban.
The thing about it, Norway never play the maps they're good at. Because they're always banned.
Yeah, I didn't see this one coming. I think Jen is also a bit flustered right now from the ban.
Oh yeah. Big shock. They practiced it all week. All of that time and effort gone to waste, not even going to play it anymore. Not even the option to play it anymore. Wow.
I mean, I feel like at this point, Norway just has to stop playing the most reading intense pick. Yeah, they're gonna ban the third double time, which is the fastest one. Solid choice. But at this time, I think Norway just has to stop playing the most reading intensive pick and keep it open and just don't play it, and then one team has to throw a curveball and be like, we're leaving it open and we're gonna first pick it because we practice it. I'd love to see that happen.
That would be a bit of a curveball.
But I still would expect Norway to win it, unfortunately.
I think there's... What? I think there's maybe 2 teams that could do that and win.
Yeah, but they'd probably just win the entire match outright either, so... I'm not sure if it would be worth for the team to really focus on that kind of throwing a curveball. I mean, it'd be an interesting just occurrence.
Oh yeah.
But they'd probably just win by just playing the other maps either way.
It'd be a sort of... it'd be a pick for fun.
Yeah. Or maybe if you truly want to... I don't know, like, if you truly want to destroy someone's mental state, or just use some good old strategy, mind games against Norway. If you beat Norway on what they think they're like the best, or what they should be at, their strength at, and you just stomp them on it, like, what's left, right? So what's left?
I mean, wasn't that what happened last week to Australia against Canada?
Right, yeah, Canada actually did go for the double time pick, which they would usually get stomped at because that's Australia's strength. Their best pick probably. And they won it. And that's that.
So, Hidden 1.
Ooh. I mean, it's still in line with Norway's philosophy. They don't have to pick Daiske or the free mod yet. It's not entirely... it's not necessary right now. I mean, look at how many stars here at the top left and top right. You need so many points to end this game. Sometimes it might be better to just start with the 50-50s or something you might be a little bit favored on, but not give up your best picks yet. I think this is still in line with what they want to do. Alright, so Rocket. Lowish BPM map, probably more like mid-tier, but on the slower side. Mostly focusing on spicy patterns and just patterns, stream patterns you have to hit properly. Stream jumps are in there. Just a lot of intensity in general. Lots of things to look out for. Anything else I missed, Bowman?
No, not really. There's stream jumps. There's stream jumps, there's stream patterns, and that's kind of about it. Yeah. There's a few doubles here and there, but nothing taxing. It's not too fast. It's 170 BPM, so
just good old spice.
Good old spice.
I think the lineups coming out are pretty solid. Yoke Spy, you have GN, FC, Cebu. Russian side going for Red Pixel, XUV, Okinotori, and Kitsu on O's. Wait, did someone name change?
Yeah, which is elementary.
Yeah, okay, makes sense. I was like, wait a second.
Early miss from Kebsy.
Yeah, there we see the jump stream patterns. Just a bunch of patterns you have to be on point in terms of accuracy, because of rhythm and aim. And if you're not used to hidden, you're gonna drop a lot.
Drop is what actually does, followed by Cebu. Even breaks. 2 FCs to 3 with a high combo on Kevsy. Combo is in favour of Russia, so they're going to be keeping their lead, which is safe enough. Only it's not much. It's about 60,000, but for now it's enough.
Yeah, slight combo advantage towards the Russian side. Oh my god!
Oh no!
you hate to see it happen.
You don't want to talk about it.
This map has never happened.
Ouch. Got big drops on the side of Russia. It's now Allometry versus Yolk's Pie in terms of combo. There's nothing really in it anymore. There's no way to come back for Norway.
Unless there's some phase in there, but I don't think this map has a lot of phase potential.
That was a big drop, and then mirrored by a big drop. But the bigger drop from Russia came later, so they take the map. Slider break for Allometry. 5 100s and a 50. The telltale sign. Big miscounts.
Yeah, it was mostly due to the nature of the patterns. If you, for example, have a space stream and you miss on a space stream, you probably aren't gonna just miss one node. You're gonna miss like 5 in a row. That's what happened to its KFC on like 2 space streams, and it just racked up that miscount counter.
So it's almost as if there were 1 misses and 2 misses, but
yeah,
it was entire patterns.
It's 1 mistake, but 4 misses because of 1 single mistake.
Which makes maps like this really harsh. You just slip, and then load of misses, load of accuracy down the drain.
Yeah, I think it's a different dynamic compared to AIM maps, where if you make 1 mistake, you just get 1 miss. So the miss count usually stays really, really low. But sometimes the technical maps with space streams and stream jumps might look deceiving. Like you might think, well, I got 13 misses on this, but you might have just made 3 mistakes on it. And if you fix those 3 mistakes, it's on FC. So sometimes matches on technical maps might look a little bit more deceiving or like a little bit stompier than they really are.
We saw a similar pick to this last week in Entrance of the Jungle, which Norway actually got the highest team score on.
Yeah, that's what they were trying to go for again, but this one just being even harder. And Russia being a pretty good team to perform on. Different various maps.
We'll see what comes out next.
I mean, it's Russia's pick.
I'm guessing DT.
Yeah, I would also reckon DT. I think that's a solid way to start. Or some Nomad. Yeah, okay, it's Paraclete, okay. Yeah, I think Nomad is always a really good mod bracket, or, well, lack of mod bracket, I guess, to really start from. Because on Nomads, most of the maps are very versatile. On Hard Rock Hidden, some maps might feel more the same or are pretty similar. And in this hidden pool, for example, I'd actually argue for that. Rocket and the second hidden map, which is also open. Both are pretty similar in terms of they're just spicy and rhythmically challenging. Well, on Nomad, if you, for example, screw up Paraclete and the enemy picks, they can't just pick the same map again or similar map in the pool, because all the Nomads are just so different.
An interesting pick too, they're picking it against Hunda, who is well known for his streams, his speedy left hand.
And Chien, who hears Seed 4 dimensions on easy, which does require a bit of stamina, I'd reckon.
Just a little. Tiny bit.
Its KFC also shouldn't be too bad on this. Therefore is the only one I'm unsure about. But if Russia thinks they have a more solid foreman lineup, go for it.
Which they seem to do. Red Pixel, Allometry, Aiden Fallen. All coming in.
Yeah, that's definitely a solid lineup.
They played Nomads well last week. They didn't drop below 3 million. Let's see if they can make a repeat of it on this harder map pool.
Are there any parts we have to look out for except for streams on this map, Bubble?
There's a 1/3 section. But I suppose there's still streams. It's
a slow stream.
Just a slower slow down. You could say it's 140 BPM streams.
But spaced.
Everyone hitting that beginning section, but a miss from Hunter and Kevzy. directly afterwards.
The combos might reset pretty soon because of the 1/3 part, which is coming up right about now. Yeah, that's a bunch of misses.
Oh, big drops. And there's the larger spacing.
And the only
Everyone hits
guy
that.
I wasn't sure about Aphrodite, and the only person I wasn't sure about is actually holding combo on the Norwegian side.
That's kind of the way it goes, though.
Yeah. Well, at least they didn't try to curse him and say he's not gonna perform. Well, still, that's 2 combos against 1.
Combos are being built up.
This is the only chance for Norway to get back into this map if they keep on comboing and believe in Russia to miss.
Comboing is what Kevsey doesn't do. He drops 500, but there goes an FC, and there goes the other FC. Aiden drops as well, and that's just Aphrodite in the room.
Oh, that's a trade you want to take every single day of the week. Oh, that's beautiful. That's the chance, maybe.
It is 2 combos to 2. GN backing up Aphrodite. The lead is closing, and a 200,000 deficit does still exist. Afro can only get another 15 or 150.
Yeah, but it's
That
not
will
gonna be
pull
enough. It's you see on the stream where if you just look at the bar which shows the difference between both teams, it went towards the right because there were so many notes in such a short succession, but it just wasn't long enough.
Wasn't enough map left. The higher combos across the board from Russia. 500 on Kevsey, 500, nearly 600 on Honda, but then Russia have 900 across the board.
Yeah, and solid accuracies to boot. I mean, they have 99.6, almost 99, and 98.6. So they pretty much had free accuracy around 99. While on Norway's side, it was pretty much just Aphrodite and Chen tried to get near 99, but couldn't quite get there.
That's a good FC though.
Yeah, props to him. Made it a lot closer.
Maybe if GN hadn't slider broke as well, he had an S rank.
Yeah, I think that would have
swung it, but well, what can you do?
It's all about the execution, and there was a potential there for Norway at least. So Norway isn't completely out of this one yet. Norway's gonna respond though, and they're going for the second free mod. That's the Dallas map, isn't it?
I thought he was just saying F2 as if he was going to random his pick.
Same. Yeah, it's a Dallas map. It's the Osai Coco Mischievous of Alice. Did we see this map before? I'm not sure. I wasn't present on the Germany match.
No, was I actually.
This is one of the maps.
Because I overslept.
Yeah. Oh, actually, now that I think about it, this is actually not a bad idea for Norway. You know, because if you think about it, the third free mod, if you want to play it as Norway, it's approach 8, so people can go hard on it, even if it's gonna make it to circle size 6.5. Russia can hard it and still perform decently well on this one. But on this pick, you pretty much force the opponent to go either hard and say, you're gonna pretty much limit yourself, you're gonna handicap yourself, or you pick hidden on it, which is gonna be the better choice. Like, if you go hard, I don't think you should go harder on this one at all. This is a definitely hidden favorite mod. Norwich is saying, we're picking hidden, 2 times hidden on this one, and you guys do whatever you want. We know we're better on hidden, or at least we have 2 people who think are good at hidden.
Yeah, of course, the question is, can they match it? Can Norway perform well enough to force Russia to match?
2 people need to respond with a mod. I'm gonna expect 2 hiddens as well, because... oh, what?
Interesting.
Kevsey? I'm not sure if I like that.
I'm not sure if I like that.
like KFC going hard would only really matter when you get a 8-wave seed, right?
If anyone, I would say Shu would have gone hidden hard drop. If they really needed another mod, which they don't. They've got GN and Yolk's Pie.
I mean, it's KFC is a pretty good hardware player, I'll give him that. Maybe he feels like he's more consistent on this one on hard rock than Nomad. But then I'd reckon, is there someone else who can maybe just go hidden Nomad on this one?
Could have been GN Nomad. He has missed, the combo's gone. That gives an advantage to Russia. As well as in accuracy, actually.
Yeah. Well, this one, Yosai Teikoko Dallas map. Actually a pretty recent Dallas map, 2018. Really pattern heavy, as you can see. Some big jumps, small jumps. Mostly symmetric. It's an all awkward aim map, I'd say.
It's not that older style. Time's gone by.
Yeah, that should be the key problem and the key difficulty of this map. Oh, Fallen just missed on a really low spacing jump. His coordination just was off there completely.
And that gives Norway the key they needed.
It's actually the worst part to miss on. It's the middle of the map. KFC still holding. So far, hard rock is working out. Maybe they had enough practice lobbies and always form in the seed, and GN just had a really bad miss in the beginning. It is close. One miss can still make a huge difference.
Either team as well. One miss from Russia could give Norway
comfortably
the ability to seal it.
The one miss from Russia would give Norway more misses.
Two misses come out.
I think that's a trade you want to take. Full combo against Jin, who already missed once.
Yeah, that's a good trade. And again, two misses come out. Kevzy and Red Pixel.
It's still a good trade because Norway's one up. Norway has a buffer of one miss, which they can allow themselves to make.
And especially in the closing stages of the map.
It's
whenever the map's near the end, you have to look at the full combo players, see how much more they can get. And it looks like it's been sealed by that. They've held on long enough. It's too much. And there's no way back into this. With Russia taking that. No, Norway taking that. My bad. I was looking at Russia.
Yeah, Russia taking the loss.
Taking the loss. That L, that sweet L. Good pick for Norway.
Definitely surprised me. Kevsi, he did miss in the end, but still that's an 860,000 points performance. One miss on hard rock, 99% accuracy. I think on any other day he might have definitely been able to see it.
He did what he needed to do.
Yeah, like he got enough points here. I mean, he got more points than Xian. But the important part is he got more points than one of Russia's members. And sometimes it's not really about a scene, but just getting more points than them. But it was still, I think, slightly a bit of a gamble. Like, if Norway expects to form an NFC this one, wouldn't they also expect Russia to form an NFC? Well, and one miss, just one small mistake, would make or break the entire strategy?
Maybe they weren't expecting to form NFC it. Maybe Kevzy just wanted to go hard rock because he felt more comfortable. Who knows?
Yeah.
The inner workings of an Osu player. Nobody will truly understand them.
Indeed. Mental game is a big one, and sometimes you just feel more at home on hard rock. With Russia seems to be feeling more at home on really fast maps, which I like. I like the idea of that one. Beat of Link. the first free mod. Fast map.
It's the fastest map in the pool. Shoots up to about 285 at the end.
Yeah, you're right. But this one's also free mod, so it requires 2 mods. Judging by the hiddens Russia had right now, I think they should also be found in hidden. Maybe they might have one on hard rock if they've got a speed demon. But I wouldn't really expect a hard rock on this one either.
I don't know. Hard rock isn't a massive step up. The aim component of this map isn't as prominent.
Like, I can imagine if you have people who cannot play any mods and you have one guy who plays hard rock or is a better hard rock player than a hidden player, and he's the only guy who can play mods next to another dude, then I think he's probably gonna go hard rock. I think that's one of the situations where you should go hard rock if you're just that much more comfortable in hard rock. But if you take hard rock on this one, you take into account the higher overall difficulty, which means the hit win is just that much more tight.
And this happened again. Afro. Swapping in.
Yeah. Russia doesn't truly have like a huge speed demon who's like, I'm gonna do everything on hard rock and I can stream to 60 BPM after I just woke up.
I'd say that's Hunter.
So. You're right, yeah. I think that definitely is Hunter, but Hunter's not necessarily that confident on hard rock. He became good at hard rock, but he wouldn't classify himself as a hard rock player. Afro, I think, is more in the line of a hard rock player. And a pretty fast one actually at that. Now that I think about it, he also has a bunch of TT scores, doesn't he? He's a pretty old player. Beginning is the tamest part, I believe. It's around 240, 220 BPM or something. Goes up, becomes faster.
It's actually around 260.
Oh, 260, never mind. I'm a map pool selector, by the way.
And then it shoots up to 285.
Yeah, the ending is just bonkers.
That's a miss on the middle section by Allometry.
It can happen. You hate to see it happen, but it can happen. Jin also missed really early on, though.
And this is where the map speeds up. They just need to hold a little more to take the lead back. But GN, Hunter, Afro, all miss! 3 FCs still on Russia, but 1 now left on Norway, and that falls 2.
Yeah.
All of the
Afro,
combos are gone.
Missing. I think it was lights out after Afro, and Hunter missing. Those are the 2 speed players you want to look out for. Yolkspy is not gonna give you the speed play here. If he was the last one standing as a combo on his team, it's not a good sign on a speed pick.
Unfortunate misses. Red Pixel. This deceleration section is going to lock out 99.81.
But I think even if Afro and Hunter has seed, they would only get like 300,000 points, 400,000 points, 400 and almost 400, 800,000 points. So they would barely win if both have seed.
Yeah, but don't forget, Yolkspy was also FCing.
Yeah, Yolkspy had a good combo. He had the highest combo. But
and GN. GN had a really early miss, but
yeah,
he was there. He was comboing. He had 600. Well, he had 500 in the bank. It was a big collapse from Norway, but it was one that Russia loves seeing, as they can take that point away.
Alright, and the next free mod's getting picked. This is a more classic Norway pick, I believe.
5 maps, 3 free mods. None left. And yeah, as you said, classic Norway. Portrait 8 Kirby mix.
Kirby mix, ooh. Staple Kirby map. If you see Kirby map or Kirby mix, what do you expect? What do you think of a Kirby map?
Well, they're all low approach rate. Some surprised me by being approach rate 7, actually. I didn't realise he'd made approach rate 7 maps. But low approach rate, smaller circles, CS5, and the BPM's low, but there's space turret-based flow aim. What could you call them, really?
Yeah, it feels like Kirby was way ahead of its time. I think, like, the first few maps he did were so hard. That was pretty questionable at the time. Right
Kirby
now,
did.
they're hard for other reasons, completely other reasons. Those are the classics, I'd say.
Kirby did a nice little interview with Bishifat at Anime.
Oh, did he?
At TwitchCon, actually, yeah. The video went up recently.
Oh, nice. Well,
where
then,
he said level design took precedence over map design. So every one of Kirby's maps has this sort of defining feature to it.
Yeah, I think the defining feature of this one is combo breaking, isn't it?
I suppose.
Yeah, but what would you reckon this one being designed around 12?
This one has triple sections. They repeat. They're symmetrical, patterned triple sections.
And they're all spaced, aren't they?
Oh yeah. Some double back on themselves, which we'll see later on in the map.
Oh, the good old back and forth pattern. We saw that in the alternating pick a few rounds back. I think just last round, actually.
I was sat in team comms actually when we played it for the first time. It was like, is this just a new age Kirby map? Really similar to the sort of style that this is in, but this is a lower approach rate, smaller circles. I'm surprised to see hidden actually on Okinotori.
Yeah, it's expected from GN and Yokespy. KFC, I mean, he already showed us he likes hard rock. He's a hard rock boy.
Shu as well. Old player comes in. Approach rate 8. Well versed in it.
Solid pick by Norway. Looking really good so far. I'm surprised that KFC is performing as well as he does. This map is disgusting on hard rock.
Oh, and a miss from Talala. 1 FC left for Fallen.
You know, I think Norway is really helped out by an addition like KFC, because you do have the GN and Yokespy to go hidden on it, but you also have the aspect of KFC just going harder on these stupid maps and also keeping a good combo and getting a score.
And there's the back and forths. We see misses across the board. They hit again, and similar misses come out. Russia have no combos left though. KFC misses.
Yeah, that was a disgusting back and forth slider. He didn't follow properly. But still, that's the highest score for now. That's a 600 or 700,000 lead. That's a huge lead. The damage has been done.
And Yokespy there to secure it as well. Make sure there's no way back in for Russia. This was a Norway pick.
Yeah, for KFC apparently Harrog is pretty much like normal if you just look at it. I mean, I know he's a good Harrog player, but I didn't know he'd still be able to step up and keep on performing Harrog on these type of level maps.
It was a slider break as well.
Yeah, he messed up on a back and forth slider, but...
Oh. Very unfortunate. That would have been an impressive FC.
Yeah,
Any
definitely.
FC on this map's impressive.
I mean, the spacing on the nodes on CS6.5. Ooh.
So
Good
3-2.
Alright, this is kind of the way I'm expecting it to be. I might expect a few more points from Norway to come in, like on the second hidden map. I'm not sure what it's called again. But also Daisuke. Sounds like an interesting pick for Norway.
It's the same sort of winding stream patterns.
Yeah.
Slightly higher approach rate.
But you can't pick harder on it, right? So KFC will not be able to perform easily on it. Makai Toshi Niigata, the second hidden, Ukiyo Yokocho. That one, I really want to see that one. Spicy. It's just, I don't think anyone can really have a 4 FC on this one. I think if one FCs, he's gonna carry the map. Honoken, Hard Rock. Yeah, Russia's pick. Russia's definitely gonna go for their Hard Rock double times.
They know their strengths. And Norway, interestingly enough, almost a polar opposite, I suppose.
Yeah.
They're good with the low approach rate. They're good with more awkward stuff, and Russia just sit and say, well, if it's normal, we'll probably FC it.
Yeah. The only interesting maps I'd expect from good old Norway are gonna be second hidden, Daiska, and maybe the alternate map in Nomad. I think that's the third Nomad.
As well as Hidden 2, didn't you say?
Yeah, hidden 2, Daiska, and the third Nomad. The alternate one. Those are the three maps I think Norway has an interesting chance. The second hidden is kind of unknown, I think. It might go either way, but it's such a spicy pick, I think I might slightly lean it towards Norway's favor.
So K8107, is it normal?
Oh, this one, you mean the Hard Rock right now? This one is more towards the normal side, yeah. I think this is a solid pick from Russia. Just follow the streams, which is easier said than done. Some sliders to look out for.
There's a slowdown you have to be.
Oh,
you have to know about. You have to be ready for.
You're right. There's a slow in the middle. Most of the slowdown is represented by sliders, which you can follow. Like, you don't need to time them properly, or at least you notice the timing when you hold the sliders. But then there's two nodes, and the third node being the slider. It's like a 1/3 weird timing, alternate part. That's something you really need to pay attention towards. Especially on the part where you don't even understand the rhythm properly, because there's this weird slowdown and you have to constantly be on track on the rhythm. Oh, that's unfortunate. Missing right in the first stream, Neko Diaz and Allumetri.
Interesting to see GN for this one. Hard Rock I wouldn't have said was his forte, and misses just to sort of prove that. Aiden, though, following it up with one of his own.
I mean,
through this section.
If you divide this map into the core aspects, it's streamy, it's a low circle size, it's small circles. Both GN is pretty good at, but not Hard Rock in terms of being good at accuracy, which you can see. But I don't think there's a lot of options. The Shu would be an option, but maybe he's really uncomfortable with this one.
Of course, Shu isn't in the lobby. Instead, Kevzy is and finds a miss on that slower section. We are going to see the section with the slowdown in it. The longest slider, everyone remembers, everyone hits it. Aiden has missed to mirror Kevzy. Big combos on Russia, big combos on Norway. Very slight advantage to a player on Russia, very slight advantage with an extra FC on Norway.
But the next intense part is
this. Neko misses, Hunda misses, Afro misses, Fallon misses, GN misses, and now the big combo on Allumetri comes in clutch. They're pulling the lead back. Could they take it?
But it's a slider, it's a spinner, but they're 30,000 points ahead. Another spinner! And it's still gonna be a 30,000 points in difference. Because Norway's just that good at spinning. Oh man.
Big drops at the end. Everyone dropping all of their big combos on Norway. Allumetri holding strong, but the miss just too late. Possibly a little bit earlier, he would have had a higher combo. Better chance of pulling that back, but not quite. Just too little. They couldn't hold on for that one, and it's a similar story.
Man, that is...
We've seen this once before. We saw that on Rocket, I'm pretty sure. Where they just couldn't hold on.
Yeah.
Which one was it? No, Speed of Link, where Norway just couldn't hold on.
Yeah, Speed of Link was, yeah, but where they just missed at one key part, and everyone lost their combos. But not just Norway was losing combos, also Russia was. But this one was pretty much just a repeat, except that this time it goes into Norway's favor. They're going for the second hidden, I like it. Ooh.
You were exactly right with what they could pick. This is a great map.
Oh, I love it.
There's a lot of overlaps. It's just technical. Now, you say Rocket is technical, but maybe not. there are cut streams, there are space streams, but it's all that, just streams that change direction. This, however, this is technical.
Oh.
You have streams that stop and go. There's 1/3 sections. There's lots of sliders. There's changes in rhythm. There's overlaps. There's streams that double back on themselves.
There's a banger song, like it has it all.
Oh yeah.
But this map is not fun if you can't play it. If you're not good at it, it's absolutely not fun. But if you get it right, whew. Oh man.
This was qualified at one point, if I remember correctly.
Yeah, the mapper definitely is trying his best to get it qualified, and I think he updated the map just 2 days ago, or 1 day ago, yesterday.
It hasn't changed though.
No, yeah,
Still the same map.
Still the same map, just a few small changes. He wants to make it rankable, get it out there, have lots of people play it, have a fun little scoreboard on it. This one being hidden makes it even more difficult.
So Russia, we did say they don't like hidden. They're not really ones to go for that modification in general. We'll see whether that holds true. Alametri stays in the room. I don't think he's left yet. There's Talala fallen on Okinotori. Sebu comes in for Norway. Finding some trouble early on. Shu, Jien, Yokespai round out the Norwegian side.
An early lead by Russia, but Poland misses.
Poland might change that.
And the misses are gonna start right about now, probably.
Having some real trouble with this. A name I'm surprised to see on the roster, honestly. He hasn't really played since last OWC. Misses again, but Fallen mirroring it.
But I'd rather have Sebo than someone who completely breaks down on a hidden, and I think that might be the best choice for the Norwegian team.
Sort of a similar story for both sides. They've got Sebu, who hasn't played since last OWC, Talala, who took an extended break just before OWC, came back, derusting. Miss from Shu.
They won third pass.
Oh, followed up by Talala, Fallen, and Alametri. Big collapse, and now it's just Okinotori.
Jien, Yokespai.
The obvious names you think that might FC this map, and Okinotori breaks. Jien.
Oh, but Yokespai
misses that section that doubles back on itself.
Oh yeah, that was a disgusting section. But Yokespai holding strong. That's wonderful.
Yokespai, one of the players that has definitely just appeared this year, out of nowhere.
He said, okay.
This year, maybe even next year, last year. He's just... God.
Disgusting full combo by Yokespai. You know, Yokespai is one of these players. He just appeared out of nowhere, sees Chien, is like, you're Chien? No, I'm Chien now, okay?
Yeah, we discovered him, quote unquote, in Gauntlet, a tournament type that Doomsday runs, and he comes in, gets a random map, and plays it stupidly well, and then gets another random map with easy and plays it stupidly well, and you just think, where's all this come from? Proving the fact that he can just do near enough anything. As long as it's not hard rock.
And under pressure.
Yeah. Very impressive of Norway. Norway take the lead. First time in the match.
Yeah, Russia is trying to go away from maybe some of the more 50-50 picks. Playing more of the maps they expect to win. They've always been solid on double time. Norway, not to underestimate them on double time. They still got Chien, Afro, Hunter. They've got a solid lineup for double time.
Kevsey.
Kevsey. Should never forget those 4 guys.
Afro and Kevsey been trading the #1 spot in Norway for a while now. Back and forth, back and forth. Hunter definitely the man you go for streams. any form of streams.
Yeah.
Just hit some stupid patterns. Speed, spacing, doesn't matter what it is. Red Pixel on the other side. In fact, Russia on the other side. They're just... DT. You look at Russia and you think Hard Rock and Double Time.
Yeah. The same way you look at Norway and you think reading and hidden, partly.
Mostly, yeah. It's...
But the question is, which one is more dominant? And which team can capitalize on that? Because if you think of Russia and you think DT and Hard Rock, and Norway beats them on DT, I think Norway loses both DT picks, which I think I'm expecting them to pick the second DT too. Like, they don't have a lot of other choices though. If they lose, they're
Norway have already won on Hard Rock. They beat them on K107.
Yeah, but they can't just win with only Hard Rock. Look at them, they've got 3 points, they need 4 more.
But they have proven that they can beat Russia at something that Russia are known to be good at.
Yeah, and if they also lose on double time, it's over. For Russia, I believe. Russia needs this point. Russia needs the confidence.
This definitely a comfort pick. I can see every player on Russia's side FCing this. But similarly, I could see every player on Norway's side giving this a real good go.
Look, this can't be any more Russian. It's met by Mirage.
Oh yeah.
Like, it can't be any more Russian.
No, it could, if it was a La Catalin map.
Oh, yeah, right. This is the moment for Russia.
This is about nearly as Russian as it gets. And speaking of that, some early misses, struggling. A shaky start. From everyone, in fact, everyone. Drops in the intro.
It is a tough map. Anything else we need to look out for except for this green skull?
3 players being caught out by that, as you said. Look out for the 1/6 bursts. You could call them trills. They're fast, because this is 225 BPM. 1/6 reaches well up above 300. They're rare though. They will catch you out if you're not ready for them, if you don't know they're there. And of course those sliders that you see after the slower build-up, they have a tick at the end of them, so you actually need to follow them completely, or else you risk missing that tick, missing the slider.
It's looking a lot better for Russia right now, but it's still not over yet. We're just halfway there.
Norway are there. On their tail, breathing down their necks. Miss from Afro. Smallest combo on the Norwegian side, won't matter too much. Big combos on Russia, Aiden and GN as well, with full combos, but Red Pixel, Neko DS. The 2 combos you need to look at. They're the match for Hunter, Kevzi, and the double section hits. Aiden misses, the full combo's gone. Kevzi mirrors it, Allometry misses as well, as does Hunter. 2 big combos from Norway are gone. But similarly, 2 big combos from Russia are gone. Neko breaks 1,000.
But Red Pixel is there to support, and that's gonna be the huge difference between both teams right now.
Miss on that stream from Kevzi. Look at how many points we've still got to go in this match. There's 400,000 points. More, in fact, because of DT's multiplier. There's more.
But they won't be accessible by GN.
Oh no. No, that seals that. That's about as much score as he's gonna get. And that's about as much score as everyone in Norway are gonna get. Afro can't get too much more with this. As well as missing. That's really... That's it. There's not much you can do on Norway's side. An equalizer point from Russia. And they needed that. They needed the confidence that they can perform up to standard. Perform well above.
Get a landslide victory.
More than 1,000,000 points. Almost 1.2.
That's what they really needed. They've at least got confidence that double term is their pool, and thus they can at least make it to tiebreaker. If they win it before it, it's all up to them.
Can they make it to tiebreaker though? There's only one DT left. They've got to take something from another pool. Some other pool. Which pool?
The map pool.
Oh, ha 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 ha. What about the prize pool, which you can directly contribute to by buying a banner in the store? Only $2.50. It supports the teams.
And I think it's actually going to come down to the support. I mean, these players tying it up all the time, taking inches.
They're going for one right now. And they might continue to. Norway still have Daisuke. They still have picks like Nekosamurai, which they go for actually. No mod 3.
Solid pick, I'd say.
I'd agree, yeah. This one, what was this put in to be? Mr. Map Pool of Fours.
Mr. Map Pool. This one is supposed to be the one pick where everyone gets a bunch of misses in a row. Similar to the first hidden, if you make one mistake, you're probably just not gonna make one mistake. You're gonna miss 4 times in a row every single time you make a mistake. Because this is the alternating pick, where there's an added difficulty. It does have a few 1/6 just bursts in general, which are faster. And you definitely have to have the speed for it. So looking at Norway, I think this is a solid pick. GN is good at alternating, good at burst. Shu, good at alternating. Cebu,
Back into feed. Resident Inter.
Well,
well, we'll see. We'll see.
Yogspai. I thought of Yogspai. He might have some issues with the 1/6 burst. Those are gonna be some really fast ones.
I think he's okay now. He's been training a while. He's been pushing his speed.
He's been trying. All right. Let's see if that training has paid off.
Let's see if Russia prepared for this. It's a pick that they could really do well on. Red Pixel in the room, Talala in the room. We both know how good they are with the alternating, more technical, slower, spaced, winding picks.
Russia always was okay at alternating. They didn't have standout people at alternating, but they always were good and could keep up with most teams in terms of alternating. They don't have a Wappo Wolf on their team, which just goes in and goes hard.
You mean on every map?
Yeah, but especially on alternate maps where you don't expect it. Right? I mean, just thinking back of something like Make a Loser, Assessing.
Oh my god, that was the most disgusting score I think I've ever seen in a tournament.
You know, sometimes you wonder... Well, sometimes you wonder a lot of things, but you have to wonder if Russia has a good alternator.
I'm pretty sure he did that in a bracket reset after FCing it with 99 the play before.
Yeah, he played against Butch Q, won against him, and then won against him again, and that's that. But the better question is, who's gonna win this one? It's looking decent. Oh, well, it's looking even right now.
Yeah, it is even. So big misses on the 1/6s. Now we get into the cut streams. 1/6 section, Shu, GN, both miss. Red Pixel now the only one with combo. And the lead is on Russia's side. Some bigger jumps. A lot of 1/6s in this. You're going to be able to catch them when they come. And Red Pixel doing just that. Cebu misses again. Neko following up, but Red Pixel holding strong, keeping that score for his team. Misses across the board. Yokespie GN doing their best to get them back into this, but Talala, Red Pixel holding on to those combos up to the end. Some much needed points and a much needed break point. They go into the lead and they take the next pick. They choose where they go with it.
Oh.
Quick exit of the room.
Quick exit.
They know what they're going for, maybe. Or maybe that was just, I'm not happy with how I played.
Yeah, it's well,
Slider breaks, Yokes, GN.
Norway had it, but threw it away after the early misses of Russia.
Norway didn't quite have it. They had it, but they didn't.
Yeah, they were winning up until the point they were losing.
And that was their second to last pick. Russia in control. They can put it on match point with what they choose.
Russia's gonna go for harder double time.
Definitely.
I think the second double time third story is a good way to go about this one. On Hard Rock,
Yeah,
Hard Rock,
DT2.
yeah, Hard Rock is a bit of a toss-up. I'm not sure which Hard Rock would be better, but third story, double time, the approach to 10.3 pick, decently fast, a bit faster than Mirage Coordinator, but not as streamy.
They knew where they were going with this one.
Yeah, the classic DT pick for this round.
The lineup for Norway, exactly what I expected really. Hunter, Kevzi, Afro, GN. Interesting that GN's in. But he has shown he has reading on higher approach rates as well as lower. You put a map in front of him, he just plays it.
Oh yeah, reading doesn't only apply to lower approach rates. Like, you still need a decent amount of fast reading. It's a different type of reading, I'd say. Most people say reaction to it, but you still need solid reading fundamentals to actually play the high approach rate difficulties, because if all you do is react to circles and wail around your cursor, you're not gonna hit anything. This one's still in the line for most players to be able to play. It's not as scary or as disgusting as Approach Rate 11, which is more of a niche approach rate because it's too high.
I'm gonna be honest, I hope to God never appears in a map pool, ever.
Yeah, that's gonna be the memory pick for the next pool, by the way.
Oh no, don't do it. Or if you do it, make it CS2, thank you.
We'll see about that one. I'll check back with the other. Who knows, maybe he's a more disgusting idea.
I will plead.
The only way you can prevent me or prevent us from doing so is by supporting these players with a banner. Only for 250 you can get a user profile banner for any of these teams. And maybe even subscribe to Twitch chat, and if you subscribe long enough in a high enough tier, you can get some peppy emotes.
Has anyone built Peppy yet?
I don't.
Has a Peppy successfully been built? Oh! Missed just before the spinner for Kevzi. You get to see the combo drain from his client. Hunter and Neko with a mirror miss. But the 3-2, Russia have it. They see they have it. They can take it slightly easier. Drop a little more accuracy if it means hitting the notes. Norway though. They're on the back foot. Losing this means match point.
It's a really important point. That was a really close match. Even the attorney client is too excited to keep up with these players.
Yeah, this is a typical Russia pick. Neko with a miss, struggling slightly to keep his combo up. And again, he's not finding much luck.
I mean, it's only 100,000 points. Talala missing?
Oh, Talala. Now that changes things.
They see the combos. No one knows they have to hold on. Is this a potential tie-up? It's getting closer. Norway's getting the lead. They're approaching it. And they've got it.
Of course, the burst come in at the end. Kevzy misses. GN misses. Kevzy misses again. The burst at the end just claiming lives. Russia.
Kitsu, Illumitry missing. It's going back.
Neko GN. Afro Honda misses. That closes it out.
This spinner's not gonna be enough. It's 30,000 points. Oh my god. That is way too close for comfort for the Russian team.
90% for GN. Maybe the accuracy could have turned it. Not quite though. Just falling short. Afro getting the perfect FC. Aiden with 95% FC as well. And match point to Russia. That was closer than it had any right to be.
For being a Russian pick and typical Russian map to maybe win on, yeah.
Norway stepping up, but not quite far enough. Just losing out by what I think to be about 16,000 points. And the obvious pick. The obvious final pick.
The last pick from Norway. Even if, like, this is the last pick of Norway. Looking at all the other maps, I don't see a single map left where I say, Norway, this is a good idea. It's more of a, it might be a good idea, or who knows. For this one, ooh, spicy map. It's the gimmick map of this pool.
Spicy. What is the gimmick? Is there one gimmick?
Oh yeah. You could say it's a bunch of factors, which would maybe be a bit of gimmicks on their own, like low approach rate, which means reading issues, and a bit of a lower circle size. But those are all factors just for the bigger picture. And the bigger picture is the patterns, the way this map has been mapped. It's not just the factors which are slightly gimmicky, you also have the map itself, which is just full of long streams, but not just any streams, because that would be too easy. Having low approach rate streams on a really small circle size, yeah, that's not hard enough for this pick. Because of that, we'll just have really tough streams to follow. And I think sometimes if you make a mistake, you might even just flat out fail if you are behind the curve. And that's just how tough they are, like, just a bunch of streams, overlapping, changing, spacing, changing direction, all the good stuff.
And good luck comes out. It's time to see. I wish we had video on the tournament client.
Oh yeah, this one.
This is why I miss video. If you've never seen the video for this, definitely recommend you go watch it. It is a classic.
This is such a classic GN map. Yogspy should also be pretty okay on it. Sabo should be alright on it. Shu, let's see how well he does on those specific niche picks.
Famous for his jump aim. And this is all streams.
On a low approach rate. On a low CS, which he is used to. He's used to low circle sizes. But is he used to this? Look at these comboful streams. I call these streams the Rainbow of Death.
Oh, big drop fallen, Okinotori. Talala, the only FC standing on Russia. Ginotari misses again. This is a slower section.
Talala still holding an SS. One of the few people on his team who really likes
Cut
reading
streams,
maps.
not
Cut
hitting anyone.
Yeah, Talala really likes his stream jumps, cut streams. Also has a really good foundations in reading.
We'll be getting into the so-called Rainbow of Death again. Sebu misses just before it. He's
Oh, he
not
couldn't
happy.
anticipate it. He couldn't wait.
And Jien follows up. Okinotari, Talala drops his
Oh, the Rainbow of
FD.
Death takes its first
Fall
victim.
on.
Sebu died.
Dies as well. Shu as well. Axu drops the combo he'd been holding in Yolk's Pie again.
And the heartbeat, it's still beating. The heartbeat slider, showing the signs of life.
Again, hitting everything. I think we should. Who cares about GN? It's
Oh
Yolk's
yeah,
Pie.
Yolk's Pie did end up missing, and it's 30,000 points.
That's a very unfortunate miss. Miss across the board from Russia. There's no real way of again getting back into this. Across
but
the
the
board
Sebu
again.
died.
No, Sebu!
Oh, that is unfortunate. The Rainbow of Death has taken another victim, and it is Sebu this time around.
No,
And
Sebu!
it's gonna be the win for Russia.
No way! Oh, you're joking!
No, that was anticlimactic. Oh.
So unfortunate. What a drop. And a win for Russia, 7 points to 4.
Congratulations to Russia. It was a bit expected for Russia to win this. They've just got a more history, just had better showings in the past against better teams. But Norway,
Commiserations to Norway.
Norway fought.
They performed so well. They nearly
Yeah.
clutched a 10.3 pick.
Jien and the second Jien just performing extremely well in this match. It's Cassie, he tried his best on Hard Rock.
He played really well on Hard Rock. He got a lot of points. Yeah, they didn't FC any Hard Rocks to my knowledge, but he did what he needed to do.
Well, he got plenty of
High
really good
accuracy.
stuff.
High combos. Commiserations. Such a shame for it to end as it did, but that's the way it goes.
Oh man. And now Russia. Who are they gonna face next week? I mean, tomorrow. We're gonna play tomorrow. not next
Tomorrow.
week.
It is
Because
tomorrow.
they're-
We'll be playing against Taiwan.